What's good, y'all? It's your boy C Row Money Money. That's C.RO host of the Nerding with Friends podcast. I'm joined today by my co-host, Codename Comet. Talk to the people.
Yo, what up, my fellow blurs, nerds, and peaceful herds? It's your boy, Codename Comet No Haley.
Yes, sir. So before we get started tonight, we wanted to bring attention to the Black Lives Matter movement and all the social injustice plaguing the country right now. We're recording tonight on Blackout Tuesday and thought it's our duty as black men to bring attention to this movement on our platform, no matter how small it is.
Yes, sir. We just wanted to thank, everyone who's out there, fighting the good fight, peacefully, of course. And, we just want to see some justice done for, not only George Floyd, but also all the other lives gravely affected, throughout this pandemic.
All right. Real talk, bro. So this inaugural episode is the first of a versus series we're doing between the Saiyans from the Dragon Ball franchise and the Uchiha clan from Naruto.
Saiyans versus the Uchiha.
We're going to discuss their similarities and vote on who we think is better. Tally it all up at the end and pick a winner. We're going to start with their origins. Y'all ready? Let's get it. Round one, we're going to go over the origins of the Saiyans and the Uchiha. Both groups were involved in a long-standing war when they were first introduced. The Saiyans fought the Tuffles for control over planet Sadala, and the Uchiha battled the Senju during the Warring States period. Codename, who do you think wins this category?
I'm going to be completely honest with you, and it might be a hot take, but I guess I'm bullshitting. I'm going with the Uchiha, nigga, all day.
The Uchiha? Why the Uchiha? I'm gonna tell you why you're wrong after this, but why the Uchiha?
All right, so this is my point on why the Uchiha wins the war for war, debate. For one, I don't really feel that, and I'm gonna start this with just saying what the Saiyans didn't have to deal with before I just talk about who the goats really are. What do you know of the Tuffles? Honest question.
I know they were smart.
Okay.
They had weapons, advanced technology.
Okay.
So like they had tanks, lasers. They had the scouters. That's about it.
All right. So
that's about it.
On a grant, let's say, so we can almost argue the fact that the Tuffles could essentially be the humans of outer space. And with that being said, Saiyans whoop up on everybody, and we've seen what the Saiyans have done. So we can just talk about the height of Saiyans to the strongest Saiyan back and then. If we say Bardock was the strongest Saiyan at the time, was there anybody really stepping to him in any particular way other than Frieza?
I mean, I think King Vegeta might have been the strongest back then, and he was licking Frieza boot. So,
you know what I mean?
I don't know.
And even that be the case. Like, it just says, like, to me, the gap between strength when it comes to the Saiyans versus the Tuffles. Now, I'm not saying that the Tuffles couldn't outsmart the Saiyans in some particular way.
That sounds like a personal problem to me.
So you just go chuck it up to, hey, bro, that's just war, my nigga.
I mean, you gotta use what you got to get what you need. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, facts, and I respect
build some
that.
Better guns.
Hey, but they didn't, and they couldn't because they had no. And we let's be real with you. When the full moon hit, do the guns matter? Does that intelligence matter at all?
Okay.
Because Yajirobe was smart.
So all you're doing is talking about why the Tuffles lost.
Because they trash.
Why? What do you think about the Uchiha? I need to hear why. I'm tired of you shitting on the Saiyans. Tell me why the Uchiha is so great.
Because the Uchiha actually had to deal with a real situation. At the time, the two rivaling clans were who? The Senju and the Uchiha. And if they are the two, the greatest, strongest ninja clans in the land, then that means that anybody that steps to either the Senju the Uchiha is getting smacked up and washed to the side. So if I am facing, the GOAT rival and myself the GOAT, and I bring that GOAT to have to say, bro, we can't fight no more. I'm tired of losing folks. You tired of losing folks. And to really on some G shit, Madara is the dopest of all. To me, Madara is one of the better villains of anime. And the reason why is because when it comes to a point where like he's just someone who stands for what he believes in. When Hashirama came to bro, it's like, yo, man, let's peace, bro. I beat you in the fight. Let's leave it at that. You know what Madara's answer was?
Kill yourself.
Kill yourself. Kill yourself. Nah, bro, fuck that shit. Kill yourself, bro.
That does make Madara a gangster, but that don't mean his whole race gangster. Just because he gangster.
All right, let's build to that.
Okay.
At that point, we know what happens. Hashirama says, all right, cool, because Hashirama, he had golden himself. And at that point, Madara realized, all right, so we both some G's about this shit. Therefore, our crews, our clans are also some G's about this shit. But we know what eventually happened with both sides. And who survives? Ain't no Senjus left. There's no Tuffles left. But ain't no real Saiyans left either. We have more part Saiyans than we do actual Saiyans. And let's be real, they had to write somebody in. And I'm not even gonna say who that is.
Oh, okay. Well,
I mean,
I'm gonna respectfully disagree with you, because what it sounds like you're saying is you got 1A and you got 1B. But somebody still gotta be 1B. And in that case it was the Uchiha. And to quote the infamous Ricky Bobby, if you're not first, you're last. Because I applaud the Uchiha for finding a peaceful resolution to their war. But that's a draw. That's a compromise. That's not a win. The full moon came out and the Saiyans came to play. Grade 8, Ozaru, whatever you want to call it, D-Day. Game over. Ain't no more Tuffles. You don't hear about no Tuffles. They had to make
the boys came to play with scientists and gardeners.
They had to make a non-canon show just to make the Tuffles a little bit threatening. They can't even make the Tuffles canon except for a side character in whatever universe he was in the Tournament of Power. The old looking guy, Universe 6, whatever. Nigga suck. He lost. He was
yeah, he was.
That's what they do. They lose.
Absolutely.
Goku never lost. Real Saiyan, what up? Real
Goku
Saiyan,
never
what up?
lost. Brad, let me get my dog Jiren up in here.
Plus,
Goku didn't die.
Goku
did die.
In that last battle you were talking about with Hashirama, Hashirama and Madara, Hashirama and Tobirama both had a chance to knock off Madara. And it ended because Hashirama basically threw him a bone. He said, "Little bruh, don't kill him. Bruh, I kill myself, bruh. You had a rough life, bruh. Man, your brother dead, your clan is behind mine. Let me throw you a bone. Let me kill myself." And Madara and all his gangsterness was like, you know what? Nah, let's be cool. Let's be cool. But basically, he had two options. He could lose or he could draw. Because after Hashirama killed himself, Tobirama killing Madara.
I don't know about all that, bro. Let's not get this shit twisted. Tobirama's a dope dude.
He was beaten.
But he ain't Madara.
Madara was beaten. He was on the ground.
He beat Izuna.
Madara was already beaten. Hashirama had beaten Madara. Madara was on the ground. Tobirama was like, "Oh, it's time to end it." So as soon as Hashirama killed him, oh no, because Hashirama threw another bone. Now that I think about it, promising Tobirama not to hurt the Uchiha. The Uchiha are babies. Why they gotta keep getting protection from Hashirama? Don't hurt the Uchiha. I rock with the Uchiha.
Hey,
but
I
they
bet
not
you
the
them Saiyans
Senju.
would have wished they
But
had
they
somebody
not.
like a
But
Senju
they.
to save their ass.
But they not the Senju. So I'm gonna have to give this one to the Saiyans because they actually won. They won their war. They took the Scouters, or depending on what timeline or what canon you're looking at, they took the Scouters, they took the equipment, they became space pirates with what the Tuffles had. So that's a win for me. That's how I look at it.
All I know is the Saiyans weren't barking at nobody else. Because when Frieza came with that shit,
Hey, hey,
everybody was quiet.
hey, for another day. So let's get into the last topic of tonight. We're all tied up at the moment, 1-1. So code name, you gave the Uchihas the dub for the last round. So what do you think about the legends of the Uchiha clan?
Uh, that I kind of wish the writer cared a little more.
You
I
gotta
feel
give
like
him credit though. He cared a lot about a lot of
everybody else.
stuff. A lot of
Yeah,
things got attention. We can't
I
blame him. He had a
was like,
lot
I
to
can't,
work
yeah, I
with.
can't. Yeah, let me correct that. It's not that he didn't care. He actually did a very good job of creating a lot of lore. But what I believe of the Uchiha in sense of legend isn't necessarily legend, but more presence, because we know where the Uchiha started.
Right.
You know, way back, we push them all the way back to Indra. But before that, it was Otsutsuki. Moving forward, we only know what the stone tablet, but even throughout all of that, they didn't give us enough about what the stone tablet was really for. And maybe they'll do that with Boruto, but I don't really feel like they gave us enough of legend, because the Uchiha story it wasn't written in legend. It was written to press on.
I
Therefore, then
I think the if I remember correctly, the stone tablet originally was left by the Sage of Six Paths as I think a warning or something
mm,
pertaining to Kagura and the Ten Tails and all that, and I think
mm,
that's what Zetsu doctored into making Madara believe about the infinite Tsukiyomi.
so he
So
left them the knowledge.
right, but to expand on what you were saying, I I don't think the Uchiha have a rich history other than taking L's to the Senju. But if you look a little further back, their origins really start with the creation of chakra with Kagura, like you stated. So when you look that they're tied to the creation of ninjutsu, with Endera being the creator of ninjutsu, that's huge.
Yeah, yeah,
There
yeah,
there's a creator of chakra with Kagura. That's also huge. Sage of Six Paths with his Rene Sharingan. Also pretty huge. But a lot of this came towards the end, and we didn't really know that it was tied to the Uchiha clan. At this point,
right,
the Uchiha and the Sage of Six Paths and Indra and Kagura and everything else with the Osotsuki clan has been, separated to where they don't know about Indra and Ashura and the Will of Fire and the Curse of Hatred.
right,
They know about the Curse of Hatred and how it's been passed on, but they don't know like where it originated, and there was nothing to help find that peace. Um, because as we know, the Senju are descendants of Ashura
not sure.
and his brother. So, these are long distant cousins who finally came together, and at the end, even when they did come together, there was no real uh, permanent solution other than both classes, both
Clan.
clans being almost both wiped out except for
Essentially, yeah.
a handful of not even
The
survivors,
Uchiha,
just a handful of people left.
Uchiha just made it.
Yeah.
Just at the finish line, bit.
So it sounds like that's all we've really got for the Uchiha clan, but
Which is a lot. I
it's a
honestly say
lot.
that I didn't
It's a
take into
lot.
account that they were a part of. If you're a part of the creation of what gives everyone a sense of power and ability and the key, you're a big deal. I give them that.
Yeah,
But it's
definitely.
like it's
But
just because it's a part of someone else's history,
right.
which waters it
But
down.
clearly a big part of Dragon Ball Z and probably one of the best arcs in anime, the Frieza saga, revolves a lot about legends, namely the legend of the first Super Saiyan. Let's all think back to when we were first watching Dragon Ball Z and on Toonami, and we heard Vegeta talk about if he became a Super Saiyan, nobody could beat him. If he became a Super Saiyan, he's gonna take over the galaxy.
Bro,
How?
you
How?
you got that? You give it Vegeta way too much credit. He didn't say no if. My dog pulled up was like, I am it. I
No,
am
no.
the legendary.
Before this happened, when he was saying when he's going to get there, because remember this, he'd been talking about the Super Saiyan stuff for a while, and then the Ginyu Force whooped him up, and he saw Goku come, and he was like, "Dang, Kakarot, is he a Super Saiyan?" And he starts hyping up Super
Oh
Saiyan
yeah,
like the
that
Super
question,
Saiyan can
boy.
get in this, the Super Saiyan can do
Hmm.
that, and we're looking like, "Dang, what's a Super Saiyan?"
Fuck you know, my dude.
And then he went to such length that he had Krillin blow a hole in his chest so he could get that power boost from healing. Walked up on Frieza with the utmost confidence. I'm a Super Saiyan now. You can't beat me. Frieza then proceeded to whoop this nigga ass. But we all remember where we were when Frieza survived that spirit bomb, put a hole in Piccolo's chest, and blew up Krillin. And we saw Goku take that jump into this legendary status that he it's it's one of the, if not the most iconic moment in anime history, to see Goku eyes white, gold hair, fury, anger. Never seen Goku mad like that in my, and from Dragon Ball to Z to that moment, nothing but rage. This was a whole new monster that has been unleashed. Up to this point, we seen Goku turn into nothing but a monkey. Like the legend of the Super Saiyan spawned so many transformations throughout anime. It's
Yeah.
it goes beyond the show. And I know with, you know, everybody's a Super Saiyan now, but if we look at if the show ended with Frieza, that would have
Nah, I'll
been
be
a hell of
fine.
a way to go out.
Yeah, bro, that would
That'd
have
have
been
been a
perfect.
hell of a way to go out. The Saiyans also have the God, the Legend of the Super Saiyan God, which debuted in the Battle of Gods movie with
Yeah.
when Goku fought Beerus, and this was, we had seen how strong Beerus was. He was able to beat Super Saiyan 3 Goku, flick of the wrist, whooped up Vegeta, Piccolo, Gohan, everybody,
Everybody.
playthings. But he wanted to fight a Super Saiyan God that would give him a challenge. So
Because
then
my guy had
Goku
nothing else to do but eat,
Goku
sleep.
transformed into the Super Saiyan God with the help of 5 other Saiyans. It had been the first time we got a new Saiyan transformation since GT. Probably, I want to say
First time we
it had
seen
been
red
close
hair since
to
GT too.
it. It had been a lot of things. It was iconic. It
Right.
will be iconic. It not iconic, but it revitalized the franchise.
Yeah, because
And
it gave him more to work for.
it,
After you got to like Super Saiyan 3, and he proved that even in doing so, it takes so much power that you could probably only stay in it for about 5 to 10 minutes. It 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 kind of capped you a little bit. Then you have the fusion, which fans don't really like doing. If you want to be honest, they talk about it all the time. They hate being, joined that way. Other than Goten and Trunks, who they're best friends and are half Saiyans, so their amount of pride is a little bit different. Even Gohan, displays his pride on a regular basis. Um, but nah, man, the Super Saiyan God was something else, and I feel like at that point, like you said, it really did, kind of revitalize the series. Like I watched Dragon Ball Z Kai, and it was cool and all to see them all, recreated. But seeing something like Legend of the Gods, and which eventually led to other beings having to go beyond their limits.
right.
Man, I wish I could say my dog Gohan would have got there, but
Nah,
R.I.P. the old great.
that's a sad story right there.
They get my
Don't
man
don't grow up to be Gohan, kids.
Don't, man.
And
Actually, if you do, just
don't grow up to be a disappointment.
just
That's
don't be
all we're
just don't
saying.
be a disappointment.
Be
Because Gohan
great,
is not a
but don't be a
he's
great
great,
disappointment.
but
Don't
he's
be a
just
great
great
disappointment.
in ways that it doesn't make sense why he wasn't great in all ways.
He
And the
can
reason I
still
say
be
that
a
because I
great
saw a post,
fighter and a scholar. He can be both.
bruh, bruh. If Vegeta can be a great father and a great warrior, he can do both.
Piccolo did it.
Piccolo did do it, and
Piccolo did it.
Piccolo did it, and if we really look to Piccolo's transformations and stuff like that, his ability to gain more strength, it came from him chilling. Gohan could have chilled.
Yeah, but finally, the back on the Saiyan legends. Only one really reigns supreme. The OG, triple OG, the man, the myth, the legend,
Put some spec on his name.
Broly.
Some spec on his name.
It don't matter if we talking canon Broly, non-canon Broly, Universe 6, girl Broly. When Broly show up,
Just know you got
somebody's getting messed up. The legendary Super Saiyan, the green-haired wonder, does not play around. He plays around because he could probably kill a lot more people if he wanted to. He fought Videl in the second movie. Videl should have been dead.
bro. He should have punched holes in her, man.
The two losses that non-canon Broly got didn't really make a lot of sense. Goku punched him really hard. There was a big explosion.
He almighty, bro.
And then he showed up on Earth, ran through Gohan, Trunks, Goten, Videl, and then Goten made a wish on a Dragon Ball, and
The
it
dragon that didn't
kind of
appear.
happened. No dragon appeared, but Goku was still there somehow, and they pushed him into the sun. I don't think that's enough to kill him, but the movie's the movie. You got to end it somehow. You know what I'm saying? You can't end the movie with everybody dying. This ain't Endgame. It ain't Infinity War. But yeah.
Nah, they kind of BS with and I think I feel like a lot of the reason for that was just because Broly was a fun character to kind of play around with, and
I'd
with
have,
all that
yeah.
strength.
Did you watch Dragon Ball Z Abridged? They made Broly hilarious.
I
And
see. I haven't seen that far into it. I'm gonna check that
that's
shit out too.
that's what it's like. That's what it really could have been. Playthings. Do you remember how shook Vegeta was when he saw Broly? Petrified. And then in the Dragon Ball Super movie, Broly, he had a field day with Frieza for what could have been
We
an
didn't see
hour
enough of
or
it.
two. I would love to see that.
Well,
Somebody,
if you take
please
into
give me that.
account, they got, let's say, in the movie they did the transformation twice, and they fucked up twice. So there's at least an hour just raw ass whooping, and we saw the beginning and the end.
At one point, there was a cooldown time that you had to wait before you fused again. That was either 30 minutes or an additional hour.
I think it's 30 minutes. I think it's 30 minutes in between.
So he got his ass whooped for a long time. And then you had to think 2 Super Saiyan gods fused together is what it took to beat Broly. They were fighting so hard, they went into another dimension, destroyed it. It was crazy. It's probably one of the best fight scenes I'd ever seen in an anime movie. Hands down.
It was a brilliant introduction to canon Broly. A Broly that we deserved.
I loved it. And I'm just off the strength of, the hype surrounding the first Super Saiyan, the cultural impact and what it meant for Super Saiyan God, and then Broly just being a complete badass. I got to give the win to the Saiyans on this one again.
I give Saiyans this one. I'm giving it to them.
They're gonna win the series. They're gonna win the series.
My love and respect for Broly. In his exoneration of being into the canon and his acceptance, I'm gonna give it to them. Broly saved him.
All right. So right now we got the Saiyans up 3-1 on the Uchiha. Let's see. What are we doing next week? What topics we got? Are we doing the powers of the Uchiha clan and the Saiyans? And until then, it's been me, your boy, C.RO $.
And it's me, your boy, codename Comic, No Haley.
And this has been the Nerding with Friends podcast. We'll check you out next time. Peace.